Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. So I was heading towards the grocery store and maybe I'll just give you a V tour as well. But the main topic in this video which I want to talk about is the financial support from the universities. Basically I want to share my own experience that we all know that 2020 was very challenging and people generally don't talk about their finances, money related stuff. But I want to just put this out loud and clear that how I was able to manage my finances in 2020 and what all support did I got. So very first thing, let's talk about income. So basically I used to do a part-time job to pay my all expenses such as rent and all that stuff. And so the lockdown happened in the month of March. So in the March, the universities, everything got closed. All the businesses were closed. And then the good thing was that the UK government brought a new scheme known as furlough scheme. Basically where I used to work, the employer of that business or the company, he put me on furlough scheme. So what it basically was that I used to get my 80% of wages even I wasn't doing any work, nothing at all. I was just at my home and I was getting 80% of my wages. So this income went through March, April, May, June, and then I got my internship and I've started my internship now. So that's like I'm getting a fixed salary right now. But during like lockdown time, it was like 80% of wages which I used to get. Now second topic is the expenses. Now I used to stay in a student accommodation in Glasgow, and I think there was a form that you need to fill before April. In the month of April it was that if you fill the form before 11th of April, you can get like compensation for your rent. And I filled that form, and the good thing was that my request was accepted as well, and during that all lockdown period I didn't have to pay even my rent as well. So it was in same in the month of April, then all until the month of July. So I was not even paying my rent as well. So the good thing was, so I was able to get my 80% of wages, and on the other hand, and that 20% of the lost income was covered by my rent. I think it was like more I was earning, to be honest. It was, if you do like subtraction and all that stuff, I was actually earning more money as compared to before. Like before I used to pay my rent and all stuff, but with this 80% wages I didn't have to pay my rent or anything. It was like compensated. So I mean, these were like two things which I want to discuss. I think it was quite beneficial for me, considering that I'm an international student. I'm not even a UK citizen. Even these people still cared about us, and I was able to cope up like financially. And in the year of 2020, you know, a lot many people had lost their jobs and all that stuff. But I think it was good gesture from the UK government. First of all, for the furlough scheme, and secondly from the student accommodation union, that they were able to waive off my rent. So now let's move on to the next topic. Now here I want to talk about scholarship as well. Now sometimes we take granted that our scholarships for our tuition fee will continue normally even during COVID and all that stuff. But I want to really appreciate the university where I'm studying at. It's University of Strathclyde. So even I get like a V amount of scholarship from the university as well, and I want to appreciate them that that my scholarship was continued even despite during COVID as well. I have to wait for this car to go. That's over there. So like basically the good thing is that I was also getting the scholarship from the university. It's around £2,000 or something like that. It isn't too much, but still I think it was great that the university didn't discontinue the scholarship and we were able to get it. And I think most of the people, even people who are doing PhD, postgraduate, anyone who has scholarship, the university was there ready to help them. Now the other topic in terms of finances which I want to cover is the university support. Now also during COVID and even like until when this lockdown is there, a lot of different universities, at least University of Strathclyde, they have organized their COVID relief funds. All you need to do is go to the university you're applying for. Let's say you've applied for University of Strathclyde. So you'll be going to their website, go to their scholarship section and just write COVID hardship fund or something like that. Once you write there, most of the universities have got their COVID hardship fund. Basically, if you apply for that based upon your conditions, like if you are financially struggling and if you apply on that particular application form for that particular fund, then you will be able to get some money. And with that money, you don't have to repay them back. That is like one time money for your own support. I think this is what government has given the money to university, and university is distributing to the students. See this black eye, so just be careful with this, like when coming to UK. It's like very slippery sometimes. Okay, so COVID hardship fund. So basically you will be able to get a award of like about £350, £400, even some people get more than that as well. So it is just based upon your financial condition. So the thing is, when you're coming to UK and if you find yourself a bit of struggling financially, you don't have that much money even to pay your accommodation, rent and stuff, please apply for that. Don't be shy. A lot many people apply for them, and I really appreciate the universities who are managing to help out the students. And also there are some of the other funds as well in the universities, not just a COVID hardship fund. There will be accommodation fund, emergency funds, but I think in that funds you have to repay them back after a certain amount of time. But with COVID hardship fund, the good thing is that you don't have to repay them back. So just be aware about this, that you have got something as a backup as well. If you're financially struggling, there will be university which will be helping you out. Okay, now let's move on to the next topic, which I think is many people are speculating that there will be reduction in tuition fee. Now I think the straightforward answer for this is I don't really think there will be any reduction in tuition fee. Maybe there is, but you know, like let's see, the lockdown started in March and we had like September 2020 intake, and there wasn't any reduction in the fee. Instead, like for my course or my university, there was an increase in the fee, because like every single year the inflation goes up, and that's how your tuition fee also gets up every single year. And even this year as well, I was checking my own fee for my course. It has actually gone up rather than getting reduced. Now I understand that it's like kind of unfair for the students, because for example my course is like lab based. It's a chemistry course, and basically I have to go to labs, and you know, it's during lockdown, I can't go to the labs, and still the professors and the university is charging me the same fee. I know it's unfair, but I don't think so there's any solution to it, because there was a petition raised by a student when there was a lockdown in March last year, but there wasn't like any action, or I don't think so there was like a successful outcome. The outcome was that, you know, the universities have got this COVID hardship funds and all of these things, but there isn't like a reduction in your tuition fee. You have to pay your full tuition fee, so be prepared for that. So overall my recommendation is that be prepared that you have to pay your full tuition fee, and once you have got that all the things ready, and if you still think that you will be financially struggling or anything like that, then there you have got university support. University will be there to help you out. It won't be like a very high support, but still it can, you know, maybe for 1 or 2 months you can keep going with that support to pay your expenses or any emergency needs which you have got. So I hope that you enjoyed this full video, you find some value out of it. I know that there was a bit of sunlight coming from behind me in this whole video, but I always want to keep the video raw and real. But I know I can't do anything about sunlight, but I hope like the picture quality was quite clear and stuff was really nice. It was quite valuable for you guys. So if you find this video useful, consider liking it, and comment your feedback, and subscribe the channel for regular updates. And this is a video which I'll be recommending you to watch next. So keep supporting. Thanks for watching, guys.